Welcome in, Red Elephants, to another episode of Behind the G, and what an episode we have dialed up for you. Larry Miller going to join us. That's right, the conductor, the architect of the Big Red Machine, going to finally be on Big Red's podcast. Exciting to have Larry Miller on with us, huh?
Yeah, he was excited to hear you call him the architect.
Yeah.
When he saw that in the newsletter, he was like, I don't know what an architect is. I was like, but it's you.
But
Just don't even forget that.
But it is. Man's been here for nearly 30 years. Built the band from nothing. Literally nothing,
Mm-hmm.
at least nothing that needed to be heard, into something you can hear from sea to shining sea. I sometimes wish, but built it into something incredible. And I'm just excited to find out why he does what he does.
Yeah, he does it so differently.
Yeah,
and I've been an athletic director for 15 years now, and I've dealt with 5 or 6 different band directors, and through my coaching years, dealt with them as well. He does it very differently than everybody else, and I will stand on does it better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Just the mentality, so easy to work with. He's always, what do you need me to do to support?
Yeah.
How can I help? I don't think he's ever, when we said, hey, we want to do this, he's never said nope.
Yeah.
And again, he's about Gainesville High School. He's about the kids, about creating an experience and entertaining. And entertaining, when you come to being a band director, is not always the case.
Right. No doubt.
But his goal on Friday night is to entertain. He wants everybody. He want to be loud. I maybe should have said that first. They go into a game on Friday night. They want people walking away saying they were the better band, and they had more fun listening to them.
Yeah. We experience this across the board. Everyone wants to exist in a vacuum, right? And in my experience with bands, has largely been they want to exist in a vacuum. And for that not to be the case with one of the best bands in the state, with a huge contingency of kids in the middle and high school, is really something special. So we're going to have a conversation with him coming up. Y'all stick around for that. In the meantime, as we begin today's episode 2, season 2, remember to follow us on the social medias at Go Red Elephants across all platforms. That's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Also, log on to, then bookmark, GoRedElephants.com. Now's the time to do it. Why? Because we are in the process of updating rosters, complete with pictures, stats, all kinds of things for the website for our fall sports. And then, of course, we'll do it coming up for winter and spring as well. But now's the time to bookmark that page. It's got all the information you need. If you are a red elephant, want to be a red elephant, know somebody who is a red elephant, or just want to keep up with any of the aforementioned, GoRedElephants.com is the place to do it. You can also join the GAC on that page. That's right, the Gainesville Athletics Club. It provides funding for all of our programs in the Gainesville Athletic Department, does things like buy uniforms, buy equipment, anything we need, any service we need, GAC provides it for us. So you go look up stuff on the website, join the GAC, and then go to our Red Elephant store, because it's there too. We got a lot of good gear. Now's the time to get that fit right for game day. So now that I have promoted all of the things, volleyball, softball in action this week. First week of school. Why team schedule matches and games for the first day of school? I have no idea.
It never fails.
Even like in college.
Yeah.
And of course that kind of stuff never happened. But even in college, the exhaustion you felt after the first day of classes, like you're just exhausted.
Well, and then here you throw on, what is it, the senior buddies?
Yeah.
And
so they're staying up.
They're staying up all night, and then got to come to school all day, and then got to play a match or a game that night. I will never understand, but it never fails. It never fails. But hey, we pulled off a win over Cherokee Bluff.
That is correct.
On Tuesday night, it was I was worried in the beginning. It was funny because the JV played before the varsity. The JV went down 4-5-0, and then came back and won in 2 straight. The varsity did the exact same thing. I think they were 6 or 7 to nothing before they came back and had a really great showing. I was very worried, but they pulled together and figured out a way to win. It was nice to see the Red Elephants back on the court. Jayla Mintz had a great night. It was nice to see her just smacking the ball straight down. I'm looking forward to her having an exciting year.
Yeah, and it was nice of them to give the Bluff some hope. That's a place that needs some hope.
Well,
so it was
like,
good of them.
Give them a little bit, then just take it away.
Then just take it away. Just snatch it, right?
Remind them.
That's right. Big Red beat up on the Bluff. The one in the straight sets, the last two sets were not really close. For anyone who was there and noticed that our head coach, Christina LaCurve, was not in attendance, she's not going to be for a hot minute. She's out with some personal issues. And so I don't want to say issues because that makes it sound like, but she's out. She's dealing with a personal problem right now. So going to be out for the foreseeable future. Want to say here, those of you out there listening, say a little prayer for her. We certainly are. And make sure she stays. Say a little prayer for Xtina, because we certainly are. And make sure she stays in your thoughts. She'll be back on the court soon now. Don't get me wrong. But in the meantime, she's got some good. Sarah Sinden, Tanya Gibbons. They did a job. They did a job on Tuesday.
They're really good staff.
And so they play again. Unfortunately, we're recording this on a Thursday, and they played Jefferson and Dawson County tonight at home. And then Saturday they have what is one of the largest tournaments they'll have all season, Queen of the Court at Appalachia.
Yeah, those obviously, with my daughter playing, we've been to that Queen of the Court tournament a lot. I feel like we've been there every year since I've actually been the AD here. So it's a good little tournament. Seeing a good smattering of competition. A lot of Gwinnett County schools are there, and some of the surrounding areas. So it's a real good tournament. Hopefully we're able to have a good showing, and again, just getting that season off started on the right foot.
Quick question about the environment tone of tournaments like Queen of the Court on Saturday. I feel like will be a little different this year because the PSR is in play. It's not just you want to win the tournament because we want to win everything we play. It's more, hey, we really need to have a good showing because it will impact postseason. Yeah,
it's kind of funny too because the PSR for classes 1 through 3 for the last couple of years they've been dealing with it, and we have not been even thinking about it. Now all of a sudden everybody's concerned about it. They've got an opinion about it, and it's certainly something that all of our coaches have had to take into their consideration when they're scheduling and making sure they're scheduling good competition, because whoever you're playing, their winning percentage can help or hurt you.
Right.
So you can't go out and schedule a bunch of trash teams just to get wins, because it's going to end up hurting you in the end, more so on your opponent's winning percentage than it is your own winning percentage. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, just a little more to worry about. Here's the thing. Tournaments like are happening Saturday for volleyball and Queen of the Court. This tournament always happens this early in the season, right? It's a litmus test, or at least it has been in the past. A litmus test. Where are your teams? What are your strengths? What are your weaknesses? A big tournament heading into region play, which will come up in a couple weeks, but it's a gauge. It can no longer be a gauge, I think is my point. Now it's got to be, you've got to go in and not obviously be at your best. You don't want to be at your best your third match of the season or fourth matches of the season, but you got to be a lot better than maybe you had to be 2 years ago or last year.
Yeah, no doubt, because before when you were scheduling non-region games, and they really didn't mean it. Everything was kind of a tune-up for getting to your region play. And now, as you mentioned, coming out, our game versus Cherokee Bluff, it counted and it meant something. So every match matters now. So, and for softball, same thing.
Yeah.
Every game matters. So you got to be cognizant of that and come ready to play.
Softball's got their second game of the season. They played Central Gwinnett on Tuesday. They did not play Central Gwinnett.
No, it was rained out. Gwinnett had a huge rainstorm, so that game got canceled. So we'll actually open up tonight.
Okay, well, we're opening up the season tonight against Chestatee. Newsflash, I had no idea. I obviously I haven't asked either.
Sorry.
So, no, I mean, why would you apologize? I didn't come back. Usually I come barreling in or I'll text the night of games. Nah, it's too early to be bothering me with games.
Well, it does feel like I'm
not ready yet.
I've been struggling to get back in the groove.
I will
say being at the volleyball match on Tuesday kind of got me back in, I'm kind of more in that mode now. But just real quickly, speaking about the match on Tuesday, our new Adidas uniforms look amazing.
Yeah, they did.
I love our volleyball stuff. I'm going to say that because I did pick them out.
Yeah.
So I did choose those, but I'm super excited about all of our new Adidas gear. Our kids look great in it.
Well, I got to tell you that I spent a lot of yesterday updating football's site on our website.
Yep.
Football's page on our website, I should say, and complete with pictures of coaches and all of our roster players. Again, go redelephants.com, go check it out. Those unis, Whew.
Clean.
That,
Very, very clean.
that red be shining too. That's some good stuff. I love it. And our boys look sharp in it.
Yes.
Let's be honest. Our boys look sharp in it. So more volleyball happening tonight. Softball opening up tonight. Breaking news here on Behind the G that I had no idea about. Softball opening up tonight, and then we move on into Saturday. Again, you can keep up with everything we're doing. Follow us on social media at Go Red Elephants across all platforms, or go to our website, goredelephants.com. Usually we have photo galleries from all of our sporting events of kids in action that can be viewed, downloaded on our website as well. Getting through this intro real quick because we are excited about our guests. So we're going to hope you stick around. Larry Miller, conductor, architect of the Big Red Machine. Coming up next, this is Behind the G.
Winning on and off the field takes a solid game plan, and JT Stratford Wealth Management is here to help you plan with confidence. Proudly serving Gainesville for 30 years, JT Stratford combines customized financial and tax planning with 3 decades of commitment to our community to help individuals and families pursue their goals with confidence. Build your financial playbook with a team that's invested in your future and in the community we proudly call home. Visit jtstratford.com to learn more.
Located at 311 Green Street in downtown Gainesville, JT Stratford is a proud sponsor of the Red Elephants and Behind the G. Our guest this week on Behind the G is a veritable Gainesville High School legend. His workouts, talked about by past and current students as nightmarish. His talent undeniable, his work ethic tireless. And what's produced as a result of each has brought Red Elephant fans to their feet for close to 30 years. Year in, year out, students show up in droves to play for him. No one is going to make them run hills and do laps on the track until their footwork is right and their endurance near impenetrable. When he came to Gainesville, those many years ago, there were a few kinds who played, or a few kids, I should say, who played, but it was really more their hobby, and that was at best. Now he runs a sought-after machine, the Big Red Machine, if you will. Larry Miller joining the show, and I got to say, it's about time you get your butt up in here.
Well, I appreciate the invitation.
Listen, yeah.
It's about time.
It's time.
It's like trying to.
We've been begging.
Yes.
When
he's not good enough, we're not good enough.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
I need you as my normal hype guy.
Anytime. I'll send you a copy of this. Anytime.
I don't know who that was you were talking about, but I want to meet that guy.
So listen, doctor. May I call you doctor?
You can. It's not true, but you can call me
Wouldn't it be nice just for the pay raise?
That's right. That's right. Give us a little taste of what your background was. How you came to music, all sorts of stuff.
So it's a real boring story. I grew up in Western North Carolina, right? Very blue collar, a very redneck area, and very conservative parents. And then my dad was committed to, work hard, play hard.
Yeah.
My mom wanted to have a cultured redneck. So she was the one who made the music thing happen, at church and whatever. And then I participated in high school sports and high school band and just did all the stuff. And I was able to have some experiences, which is where we kind of base our thing for our kids. And it gave me some opportunities, and I just kept kind of stumbling forward. And one day I looked up, and it was college time, and I got offered some money to come play, so I did, and I just keep moving forward from there. It's really not
tuba.
exciting.
I see you as a tuba guy.
No. I haven't always had this physique necessarily. I was looking for a picture I was going to bring because I knew you'd love it. My first year at Gainesville, there was some long, gorgeous, flowing-haired guy,
Wow.
maybe weighed $150.
No, I cannot imagine.
Yeah, that was a totally different time.
Before we get into the instrument you played, how you even, what precipitates becoming a conductor, all those nuanced things.
You're not good at anything else.
You're not good. So that's why I'm this much like doing a podcast.
Okay.
What year did you come to Gainesville?
2000.
Okay, and you were named star teacher that year.
2 years later.
2 years later.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
by
happened.
a Focally.
Yeah. That's right.
That's awesome. Name start. So yeah. Okay. What you said you played? What did you play?
So I started off. We start kids on just a few instruments, right? And the band I was in was not spectacular. A very modest sized school. Maybe compare it to one of the smaller county schools, right? And so they just started trumpet, clarinet, drums. I mean, not much. And then put other instruments in your hands. So I started on trumpet. That was bad. And so then they gave me this thing that was like a tuba but smaller, and I was average at that.
Look at you
See,
calling it.
that's
You called it. You called
I
it.
was going to
okay.
use
This is
the
a
big
safe
word.
space.
It's
Nobody-
a safe place.
Yeah.
But you know,
we
it's
can
funny.
admit our faults.
People they ask me, "Oh, you're the band director. Okay, so you play all the instruments?" Well, yeah, but not well. You know, I mean, what do you play? My go-to answer is the radio. That's
Nice.
If you want to pay me, I'll play the trombone. If you want to pay me more, I'll put a tux on and play the trombone. So, you know, that's it. But I don't know. It was a thing.
Yeah.
You know, that's where my friends were. That's what we did. It's a lot like our kids. We started them in 6th grade, and we have big numbers. We have great people working in the middle schools. Craig Bailey, Nathan Whitty, Joey Forbes. We've added 2 new people to that group. Peyton Smith and Eileen Castaneda, and that's great.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now that you've got all your shout outs done.
yeah. I'm contractually obligated.
Yeah, I understand. Trust me, I understand.
Well, Dr. Williams did just leave here a few minutes ago, and he was like, make sure he remembers.
That's right.
That's
right.
it.
So, you know, just like our kids, we get them in the door, we sign them up. They don't really know what they're signing up for. And then we really don't let them go. That's it. Some of them say, well, I want to quit. No, you don't. I'm like, okay, they won't, you know, and then just keep them.
It works. You know? It works, apparently.
But what cracks me up about him saying that is there's this mystique around Larry Miller.
Oh, boy.
And it's very much so one of like a Godfather. Mm-hmm. What did he just describe?
Oh, yes.
Like, we're going to get you in.
And
You're not
never
leaving.
gonna get out. That's
You're
right.
never going to get out. That's awesome.
How often do you get accused of being a football coach?
Oh, daily. That or a cop, one of the two. You know,
I would never.
back in the day when we used to, you know, we weren't quite so spread out. You know, the beautiful facilities we have and whatever just didn't exist. So we still had the red shed out here.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, and people called the band building, the old band room, the red shed. And I go, that's not the red shed. The red shed's down there.
Yeah.
Of course, I still called the building here. In 2000, when I came, the 3-story academic building opened.
Right.
We didn't start school that year until after Labor Day because of construction. And so I still call it the new building. And that was, you know, 27 years ago.
Same.
So what were we talking about?
I don't know.
Something about mystique. I don't know. I got confused by that word.
He asked you if you ever got caught a football coach or a.
Oh, okay. So we used to, you know, used to do lunch duty out here. And back in the day, Bruce Miller, Jim Pavo, the legitimate football coaches. Pavo, gigantic guy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we just stood out there. Our job was to keep the kids out of trouble at the red shed. They could be inside eating or be at the red shed. So we just sat there talking to kids all day. They walked by and we'd talk to them. But inevitably, a recruiter would come in from whatever school. And that was back in the day with Tyler Jones, back in Blake Sims,
Yeah.
you know, those guys. And so big name schools. Clemson's coming in, Notre Dame was coming in, whoever, Ohio State. And the 2 of us standing there. And you know, if you're working.
The 2 of y'all made Bruce Miller look small.
Well, that's it. And you know, they would immediately walk up to me and go, and if you teach at Gainesville High School and you're a male teacher, they call you coach, whatever. I accepted that a long time ago. My contract actually says band coach. But they would walk up to me, Bruce Miller standing right there next to him, and say, are you Coach Miller? And I just go, yep. And they would start talking
didn't
to
even
me.
think about that.
They would
That's
start
it.
talking to me and, you know, talking about whatever. And Bruce is standing right there just laughing hysterically.
That's awesome.
You know, he would send them inside to go to the office to get sent down to his office or whatever. And I asked him one time, he said, you know, I kind of use you as the filter. If they hadn't done their research enough to know who's the band guy and who's the football guy,
They don't need
talk to
what-
my kids.
And exactly. They don't need to be around our kids. So you go to college. You said you got a little bit of money to play, to be trombone shorty, as it were.
Or the tuba.
Good reference.
Or the tuba. To play the trombone. So how do you go from you play an instrument and enjoy it, and you're musically inclined in some regard, to I think I want to be a band director.
Well, you know, your options are pretty limited. Mm-hmm. You can either have a job and eat, or you could, you know, play for pay.
You could
And there are people that do that, but they're way better.
be on the sidewalk in New Orleans.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
They're way better than me.
Yeah.
So, I just kept kind of stumbling forward. That was it. And I had great teachers and great experiences. Got to travel literally around the world. I spent some time in high school traveling all over Europe and whatever. And again, for a kid from nowhere in the middle of the mountains, North Carolina, with very blue-collar parents, and a mom who wanted me to be cultured, you know, I just kept stumbling forward. So ended up in Gainesville, and I'm all about the sports environment. You know, I mean, I look like a coach, number one, love sports, number two. And I tell people all the time, you know, I'm fluent in coach speak, You know, I slow.
I think that's cussing.
I slow down to use little words. I'm fluent in cuss, just like I do with Adam all the time. So that's it. Everything else is about the culture. It's about the environment. That's what I want.
What I'm interested to know this. I think our listeners would be too. Because you alluded to it a little bit. There's this idea that someone in your position, whether it be with a high school band or a symphony conductor, whatever, literally knows how to play every instrument. But really, you understand theory. You understand it's more so that. How do you go about though? What do you hear? How do you go about conducting a band?
That's a great question. Really, all I can tell you is I've always loved music. I listen to music all the time. Now, I grew up in the 80s. That music was horrible.
No, come on. Are you serious?
I say knowing
Get off this show.
I say knowing that we're doing an 80s theme show.
Yeah.
But, and I had an uncle who was an old beatnik hippie, and he had all kinds of record collections, and he got me started. I had a grandmother who loved big band, jazz kind of music. We used to sit and talk, and she'd tell me stories about going to see Glenn Miller in concert, and that was her day. That was her time, So I just grew up around it, in church and hearing it all the time. And it just, I don't know, you develop a listening style, whatever that is. And it's nothing fancy. Then you go to college, and they almost kind of ruin it, because they make it very specific about theory. Yep. And we used to take tests, believe it or not. I mean, my father's going to want money back because he paid for my college. But, they would, the old record player, and they would drop the needle, and you had to identify the song. Mm-hmm. Okay, that means you have to have listened to it a lot to be able to know what it is.
Right.
That's really all.
Yeah.
Now, there are people, again, way better than me, way more sophisticated, higher sense of that. But, it's not hard. We were talking about this the other day. So in most jobs, if you get to 90%, you're probably pretty happy with that.
Yeah.
You don't want your doctor to be there. The old joke, what's the last thing you want to hear your doctor say is oops, But in what we do in music, we've all sat places, whatever, and heard somebody play a wrong note.
Yep.
So 90% is not good enough. Is 99% good enough? Well, I don't know. We rarely get there, but we want to have 100% accuracy. And so how do we tell that? We just get used to identifying the problems and trying to eliminate the problems and, keep that going. Our kids don't come with a lot of background necessarily.
Right.
And so we just kind of start from ground zero.
Yeah.
And, we build upon it. They start in 6th grade. And we build on it to the end. So I don't know the actual answer to what you're saying. It's just one of those processes that we all go through.
Didn't hit 99% on that one.
Well, I guess I think, it's the same thing with being a head coach in some regard. You can't play every position. Like for me, I was a shooting guard. I was a scoring guard.
Yeah,
I could do more than shoot.
Yeah,
but
you were.
I was a scoring guard. But that's the position I know, or that's the position I can play extremely well. But in order to be, you've got to know every other position. Sure. And so it's a lot like sports. It's just you're doing it with your ears.
100%.
I guess you're doing it with your ears.
100%. We one of the times early on when we played North Hall, which we've only done a few times since I've been here,
because they scared.
Hey, you said it, not me.
I did.
Yeah. A different athletic director ago, we went to North Hall, and again, Dr. Williams alluded to this at the convocation the other day. My first year, the first day in the door, there were 27 people.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
And there was no middle school.
Band was not a thing at Gainesville High School.
Thing.
Nope.
The Dave Shoemake hired me, and again, many superintendents ago. And the conversation we had on the interview was, look, it's bad.
Yeah.
And look, we really considered just ending it, being done with it. Because, state baseball at that point, girls basketball was huge.
Yeah.
Boys basketball was coming on. Football, of course, was going on. Pam Ware theater stuff was just ruling everything statewide.
Yep.
And their honest conversation was, it's embarrassing. If it's going to be embarrassing, we just need to get rid of it.
Yeah.
So here's what we're going to do. We're going to give you 5 years. We'll give you whatever support you think you need. We'll throw some money at it. But we've got 5 years. In 5 years, if it's not better, look, we gave it our best shot, and we're just going to end it.
Yeah.
So I was stupid enough to say, okay.
I'll be a huckleberry.
Yeah, that's right. And so, then we had to hire a middle school guy, which was Craig Bailey. He came in, and what the program needed was stability. It's not rocket science. It's just, I allude to coaching a lot. So that story about a different athletic director ago, we were playing North Hall, and he got there, and they were having a little Gainesville tailgate. And so I just circled the kids up to get started, whatever. Something happened, I started yelling at somebody. I don't know what it was. But he, for whatever reason, ended up in the middle of the circle in his little folded out chair and heard me just laying into the kids. And so then we went off and did our thing, and he came up and grabbed me after. He goes, Miller, I don't know much, but I know you'd make a great coach.
Let me guess what athletic director that was. Hold on, time out. Let's guess. Who can guess what athletic director he was talking about? But you essentially are a coach. And folks, if you, I mean it when I say, past and present band students, the workouts are nightmarish. I remember the first, my parents used to watch my nephew come to practice. They'd watch he and his teammates practice out here. And at the same time, Larry Miller's practicing with the band. And my dad calls me from practice one day. And he goes, he's got these kids running hills. I'm like, daggone, yeah, he does.
That was pretty crazy the first time I saw it, too.
I mean, so how did you come up with your quote-unquote coaching style?
So we don't run hills.
One
of our teaching standards is that we have to improve cardiovascular ability within the students to promote a better sound.
Okay.
So we are teaching the Georgia standards. We're promoting cardiovascular strength.
Yes, by running hills. I'm just saying.
That's the easiest, most convenient way.
It absolutely is, but it is shocking to those people who just think.
And what's really funny about it, I don't know what's today. We're August 7th, 8th.
Yeah.
We've been going a little over a month, right? We started right after 4th of July. I don't think I've made them run a hill yet.
Ugh.
I have a phrase, and I just say, hurry back. That's it. And if somebody is listening and they are former band, they just shook a little bit. I know what that means.
They got PTSD.
PTSD, yeah. But that's it. I don't yell about it. It's just like, I tell you, look, you're talking, you need to stop. Next time it's going to cost you. Inevitably, teenagers talk. All right, hurry back. That's it.
They figure it out.
And they do it.
Yep.
And off they go. And the freshmen are standing there looking around. And what should I
And then they just start.
They follow the
lead.
Yep.
Come on, let's go. And then they go. And from that point on, it's more the, here's the secret. You ready? I'm giving away all the secrets today. The big secret is the hill's not that bad.
Yeah.
It's really the fear of running the hill that makes it.
You're
right.
And so we use that, But how did we come up with that? I don't know. Just one day I said, go do it. And they did it. And they grumbled about it. And I thought, well, we're onto something.
Right.
It's working.
It's working.
So as we get to, let's talk for a second about this year, what the theme is for this year. But I really want to know about the planning, because I know one of the big things for you as you are, before you release what the theme is there, you like to tease. So talk to us about when does the planning start? How does the planning go about of deciding what the theme is, picking the songs, and planning out each year's show?
It's just kind of random, whatever strikes my fancy, honestly.
So,
I mean,
there's a scientific method to it.
I like to say I'm a benevolent dictator, No, I mean, I've got a team, we work together, and in the middle of it right now, we're not worried about next year at all.
Yeah.
Do I have some potential ideas? Yeah, I do. I mean, I've just done it so long, I go, okay, well, we've done that one. What are we going to do next? And we skipped over the 80s this whole time I've been in Gainesville. Because, like I said, I was there. I remember... listening to Cyndi Lauper squeal through the radio. That wasn't some of the best music ever.
I mean, I'm not taking personal offense, but
what was it? Frankie Goes to Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
But so towards the end of the season, I started thinking, well, what can we do next? Just identifying what our strengths and our weaknesses are, as far as each section, and then I'll bounce some ideas off of the team. They'll go, no, that's stupid. And so again, if they say that's stupid, well, let's chase that animal for a minute.
I was going to say, I imagine that goes over well.
And then just, spend over Christmas listening to it, going back and listening and thinking, well, there's an 80s song that wasn't so bad. And, again, some of our listeners know, some won't. It has to have a melody, harmony, and a bass line. And, does it or does it not? And a lot of music doesn't, So just can we make it work? And then I get the arranger involved, the person we pay to do that. We used Tom Wallace for years, who's a very famous, nationally recognized arranger. He writes for two schools, University of Georgia and Gainesville High School.
Wow.
His son, Sam, works in the district.
It's nice of y'all to carry the University of Georgia like that.
Yeah, well, we tried to get somebody from that state below us, but I don't know. They just wouldn't respond. So, but Tom actually lives just over on Dixon Drive, so that was great. And we did that relationship for 20 years. He's retired since. We got a new guy. So just get them involved, and, they have ideas, get feedback, and what can we make work? It's all about the culture. We worry about what happens at football. Friday nights are what drives our ship. That is not true everywhere else.
No.
And in fact, a lot of places it's not true.
Right.
You are correct.
They're very self-absorbed. That's why we go to these places and we see what I call band drama. They've got all these theatrical things going on, and it's fun, and it's probably highly educational. But most people sitting up in the stands are going, what's happening?
Most people.
What is this? I've never heard of this.
What's going on? I don't recognize. Is there a melody somewhere? What's going on?
Exactly.
And I'm not casting shade on anybody who does that. 'Cause
Yeah.
a lot of people do that really, really well. Mm-hmm. That's just not the way we tend to approach it. The way we want to approach it is the environment. What is best for Gainesville High School?
So one of the things I've always appreciated about you is your desire to support. That's in our very first conversation. That was the message you sent to me, is that, I'm here to help. I'm here to support. We're here to do whatever we need to do. And as you mentioned, not that way everywhere. I've worked with multiple band directors that are, they're concerned about musicality. It is a band show.
Yep.
It's a band show where a football game breaks out.
Right.
Is mentality, and yours is just not that way.
Yeah.
Which, first and foremost, I want to publicly say I appreciate. But number two, where did that come from for you?
Honestly, I think it's just because I grew up a blue collar guy. I mean, my family is a bunch of hard workers, and it's just, that's what it was. Music was a thing. And people, my father, for instance, always says something about, I don't know much about music, but I really like that. Well, that's what you know.
Yeah.
That's all you got to
Yeah.
know. I like that. That's all that matters. People like what they know.
Yep.
So take the 80s thing. Why? Because their target audience is there for the football game on Friday night. Who's up there? Moms, dad, grandparents.
80s people.
They were
Yeah.
80s generation.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. Sooner or later we're going to have to jump to the 2000s and I'm putting that up because that's not, I don't know that stuff.
Toxic by Britney Spears. Care of the Big Red
but
Machine.
that's going to be the
Yeah.
customer base, and that's it, and that's what it's about. I mean, from the get-go, it was obvious that there's a culture at Gainesville High School. And we, honestly, I think we've worked over the past 20, however many years I've been here. A whole bunch of people have worked towards the goal of making that culture better, including people at this table. And that I make all the decisions for marching band related to that. Do we do some more advanced stuff in non-football season?
Yeah.
Of course we do. That's what public education. That's what we're
Right.
supposed to do. But right now, it works for us.
Always there to entertain. There's
That's
no
it.
doubt about that.
That's it.
And the people, I can understand from your side of it. You want people up in the stands humming along or walking away, recognizing it and enjoying it, and y'all always do that.
We enjoy a lot of crowd support here at home. My favorite, though, is when we go to other places.
Yes. Yes.
We have been to a couple of private schools, for instance. One in particular we used to play when we were smaller. And those people, you could just feel the vibe of, those Gainesville people here. And I remember one year we were playing a Michael Jackson show. And those Atlanta rich people, they were just screaming and yelling as loud as they could by the time we were done.
Oh,
and
that's
you could see
awesome.
they were, we won them over. Occasionally an administrator from another school would come up and say, I really wish that ours, and I try to be politically correct, believe it or not. Your band does a great job. Your people do a great job.
Highly
they work
overrated.
really hard.
Except for those theatrics. They suck. Yeah.
So, that's it. Is
Right.
that what everybody in our profession does? No. But our team really believes in that.
Well, and I got to say, there's something about when the band here strikes up. I guess, I don't know if it's an alumni thing. I hope it's more than that. I hope it's just a universal red elephant thing, whether you're first year, third year, whatever. But to this day, you'd think I'd be used to it.
Yeah.
But, at the Big Red Rally,
Yeah, I was gonna say
y'all strike up and I get teary-eyed.
It's not an alumni thing. I got chills on Monday too.
Just do you feel that?
Oh, 100%. I love it. I look forward to it. Everything about it.
Yeah.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
We want colleges do it. It's the center of what every college does. A lot of high schools don't get that. We've been real fortunate that a lot of our administration totally gets that and has the entire time I've been here.
Yeah, it just is. What you do is special in and of itself. Whether you were at Gainesville High School, I am in awe of people who who are musically inclined. I can tinkle the ivories a little bit, but that's all I got for you. I love, the people who are music, they fascinate me. Their brains fascinate me. So regardless of whether or not you were at Gainesville, there's that element. But what you've done here and knowing what you have now, from whence it came, shall I say. Because, look, there were maybe 20 people in the band when I was in high school, and you came 3 years after I graduated. There was nothing.
Wow, that was a jab.
There was
that one in there.
There was absolutely nothing. And now, you're sitting not only at 100 strong at the high school level, but you've also got a whole middle school program. I mean, it literally is a well-oiled Big Red machine. I want to ask about one particular show, and this is a selfish question. If Adam needs to turn his headphones off, he can't.
I know where this is going.
But 2 years ago, you did a Taylor Swift show.
Yeah.
Now, there are lots of adults and a lot of adult men who, can't appreciate the poet Taylor Swift is, the musical depth of her songs. I heard you say, and this is really what made me want to ask. I heard you say when you're picking a show, does it have a bass line? Does it have this? Does it have that? What in her music did you hear that made you go, okay?
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I am the proud father of 4 princesses, right? And the 2 little ones were Taylor Swift crazy at that point. So that was a dad moment.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, that's it.
Eras tour was just starting.
Yeah,
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Hottest thing on the... there was a time when I was rolling off all these things to the kids, but there was a time that she would close her concert with some clips of some of her big songs. And one time she was in California, and the audience response to that set off a earthquake monitor.
Yeah.
And it registered like a 3.2 earthquake.
Right.
Now, personally and musically, I do have some standards. Some people would argue that. But, Taylor Swift as a singer, newsflash, she's not good.
Not great. Nope.
No. Don't even get me started about her as a banjo player. She does some weird strummy thing on a banjo but as a person who understands her audience and can write lyrics accordingly, and I had 2 middle school girls at home at the time.
Yeah.
I mean, it hits them right in the heart.
Yeah.
And I play little games with my children. If we're riding in the truck, like that year, I was trying to figure out which Taylor Swift songs. So I would just flip through my iPod, and the ones they started singing along with,
that was it.
Let's write those down.
Really?
And so then they inevitably have middle school friends.
Yeah.
They're over for a sleepover or party, whatever, and turn the music on and look at that one. They're all singing along in it because I don't know Taylor Swift from nothing,
But do you see, Adam? Take an example.
I'm sorry.
Take an example. Yeah, no.
You turned it off.
You tune out anyway.
Fell asleep there for a second.
Take it. He cannot. How somebody cannot be a fan yet still appreciate in some regard.
Look, at the end of the day, I'm not going to argue she is talented, but too much of a good thing is still too much.
Oh, 100%.
That's my argument. I mean, I'm not going to say she's not talented. She's clearly talented.
There's no magic to why I chose Taylor Swift as a total sellout.
I love the trick.
Calling a spade a spade.
It is what it is.
And anytime I can mute your mic. And that I haven't yet is remarkable. I'm just saying.
I haven't said anything negative about her.
So what keeps you here?
The culture.
Yeah.
Working with great people like you guys. The facilities, and again, to his credit, Adam and Dr. Williams have been major players in that. What they have brought together. You remember, if you were here 2 years before I came I mean, you remember the old campus and the layout. Of course,
yeah.
And when I came
ranch style house, baby.
100%. And it served its purpose for the time. And there was vision to build the first 3-story building. And then there was vision when he came in and Dr. Williams got behind it and then the board members got behind it and the community ultimately paid for it, is the expansion. And nothing is better. You're up there on the 3rd floor.
Ivory Tower.
Yeah. Looking down over me.
This is the first time we've seen him in 3 years.
We got
down the stairs.
Yeah, that's right. We got the big windows out there when they do the tours with other people coming to see the facilities. You just go, I get it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I've received a phone call or two about, hey, would you be interested in changing jobs? And at this point in my life, My first question is, do you have a covered practice field? And if the answer is no, I'm out.
I'm out. No.
Have you seen my head? That big bald head?
Yeah.
I'm done. I've done that. So,
That's so funny.
I mean, that's it. It's the culture. I believe in the mission. I believe in what we're trying to accomplish here. And it's a big we.
Yeah.
And it starts at the top with Dr. Williams and works all the way through every single school, including graduates.
Yeah.
That, I need to be doing a better job about reaching out to. One of our team is going to retire after 25 years this year. And that's going to be a challenge, But that has started me thinking along the lines of, what's going to happen when we're all gone? What do we need to do to give this legs to move forward? Because worst possible thing for me would be to come to a football game after I'm gone, and they're wheeling me in the wheelchair, and probably drooling, and to see it back where it was. Nobody wants to see that.
Right.
I want to see it go on and be better. There's a lot of people way better than me in this business, and they can take this and do something else with it. I think our job now in the next handful of years is just to give it legs, give it stability, make sure that it has a future moving forward, whatever that looks like.
Your love of this place is remarkable.
Cool.
It's remarkable. And this coming from somebody who freaking loves this place too. But your love of this place and understanding of the greater good, I think is really what, to Adam's point, and it's not just band directors. I mean, it's everybody these days. They're not in it. They're not in it for the greater good.
That's right. Very selfish.
Not in it for the greater good. So we're going to wrap up because Larry Miller's got to get to class. So as we wrap up, with each of our guests, we like to ask them off the cuff questions. We refer to it as the starting five. For you, sir, we're going to call it the drum line.
Oh, Lord.
These are thought-provoking questions, but we're giving you no time for thought. The drum line, please. What was your first concert?
Van Halen.
Shut up, really? Yeah. You talking about 80s music sucking. Yeah. Jump!
Hey, careful.
Favorite band?
Of all time?
All time.
Ooh, that's a good one. I would say the Dirty Dozen Brass Band, but nobody knows that.
I do.
You do?
I do.
Let's go with Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
I don't know about that.
What goes up
must come down.
That's the problem. Is I recognize that, but I would never.
I would never know the names.
Yeah.
Correct.
Michael
Absolutely.
Clayton Thomas is that singer's name. He just died about a month ago. Oh. I'm sorry, passed
May
away.
he rest in
we should
peace.
say passed away.
We should say passed away. Speaking of politically correct, could you not get us censored, please, sir? What's your favorite instrument to hear being played?
What's the softest instrument
let me hold on. Let me rephrase that. What's your favorite instrument to hear being played well?
Honestly, I would say string instruments.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a big fan of guitar. I don't play it. I don't play violin or any of those. People that do just kind of interest me.
Love a good cello.
Yeah, me too. It's love a mellow, yo-yo ma.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard some of the the cello concerts where there's 10 cellos and they're playing everything and they do covers and stuff? It's amazing.
Yeah. There's those two guys that play electronic cellos.
Ooh.
And they'll be playing some Bach thing, then they'll just break into playing AC/DC.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all need a life. Okay, so I asked favorite band, favorite artist, singular.
I grew up listening to a lot of country music, old school country music.
Mm-hmm.
The artist that I've seen the most is George Strait.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Followed close by Alan Jackson. But I would probably say George Strait.
All right.
The man can sing a song.
Yeah, yes, he can. And lastly.
Oh, boy.
Listen, I'm going to need you to take your Running Hills hat off and put on your father of 4 daughters hat.
Okay.
What is and everybody's got one, don't you lie, and don't look at me weird when I ask this. What is your go-to cry song?
No, I don't cry.
Oh, come on. You don't have a go-to In My Field song?
Have you seen me? I don't cry.
Yeah,
everybody's got a go-to. Everybody's got a
the
go-to.
father of 4 girls and show weakness by crying.
Everybody's got a go-to. Everybody's got a go. It could be Baby Shark. It could be a song from your children's childhoods.
Well, to be honest,
just nostalgic.
I would say, and this is not pandering whatsoever.
Right.
I would say it's have something to do with Gainesville High School, the fight song, something that we do on a regular basis that just connects me to this place.
I love that. God, I love that.
That's a good answer.
That's a really good answer. Yeah, I was looking for funny or something, but dang, you got me with that one. Listen, we are fortunate in this community. We are fortunate in this school system. We are fortunate at this school to get to witness what you do on a daily basis, and then to get to hear it all come to fruition on Friday nights or during the Christmas parades or during the Memorial Day parades.
Best part of every parade.
Best part of every parade is a Big Red Machine, bar none. Not only the way that you handle these kids, but the way that you love them is admirable. You know, and that's why they keep coming back. That's why we all keep coming back. You are one of one. And so fortunate that you're here at Gainesville High School.
I know in my job, again, band directors can be difficult people to deal with, and that's not you. And I appreciate that. You are what drives, honestly, school spirit around here, and we appreciate that.
100%.
Well, I mean, I appreciate that. I appreciate all the kind words. But like I said before, it's not about me. It's about the team. And it's not even about the team. It's about the kids. And, you know, we've got great kids. We got kids that don't get this experience if we don't do it the way that we do it.
Yeah, no doubt.
And that's it. And we're going, you know, we're all focused 100% in on August 22nd going to Buford.
Yes.
And I am preaching the sermon over and over and over. They can have their $65 million stadium. Good for them. We're going to turn that on its head, and we're going to make it a home field advantage. Gainesville, go Big Red.
That's it.
And that's we didn't talk about this, but you know, I've always felt like when we travel on the road in football, it has never been an away game. The opposing band is never louder than ours. We always have more fans than the opposing team. And you know, again, y'all just play such a massive.
But
part
also
of that.
the way that your kids literally cheer, like they're paying attention to the game and cheer.
And most of my kids have no idea what they're cheering for. They don't understand American football. Literally, I teach a lesson before the first game about what we do, and we walk through. They don't know.
They don't know.
No
but
clue.
they're still all in. And again, a testament to what you've done, what you're doing, and hopefully for us, what you will continue to do well into the future. Larry Miller, appreciate you, my man.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Okay, Adam. He said he didn't cry.
I believe he probably cries like a baby whenever he needs to. I can just like picture it, like head in his pillow, just sobbing over some like I don't know, like Barbara Streisand or something.
Turn around.
Yes. I can see it.
Or some 80s. It's some 80s song.
Yes.
He was adamant about not liking 80s music, which anytime somebody is adamant about something, it means
hiding.
They 100% a closeted addict of it.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Well, look here. I got to bring something else up. Okay, something you said during that interview.
I don't remember what I said.
Well, I'm going to remind you. You were talking about your own personal music ability, and you said tinkling the ivories.
It's tickling. Did I say tinkling?
You said tinkling ivories. I need a full explanation of that.
It's a newfound musical form.
The visual.
Oh, that's funny. Any of you out there who laughed at me saying that in real time, you know what? Don't ask me for
I did good waiting. I did. That one's been eating me up.
I really said, oh, man. Wow. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. That's a different show. We've got oh, that's
the
funny.
Underground podcast.
An underground podcast. What? Listen, if that was my way of playing any musical instrument, I would not be here. I'd be making money. Listen, I'd be making money somewhere. Somewhere we can't mention on this suitable for work podcast. Anyway, that's hilarious.
I do want to real quickly just I hate to like always just like gush over our guests and how great they are. But whenever I first got here 10 years ago, Larry made a beeline to come meet with me, which doesn't happen often because usually I get a text from Larry, hey, when are you going to come see me? He doesn't make his way down to my office very often, but I do remember him coming to see me in my very first year here, and he just wanted to sit down, and he's very straightforward and just says like, hey, this is how we do things. I'm here to support you. You just let me know what you need. Let me know what you need, and we'll take care of it. And that has been 100% true. Like I said before, there's never been a time where I've gone to him and said, "Hey, we've got this idea. We like to do this," and he hasn't been like, "All right, we got it." He is about the kids. He's about Gainesville, and that's so appreciative in my position, just because it's so easy to work with. Because lack of a better way to put it, band directors can be very difficult.
Yeah, they get a little egomaniacal therein. But you want one of the long-standing faces, for lack of a better way of putting it, long-standing representatives of your institution to be the person who's all in, and that's him.
Yep.
He sets a great example for the rest of us. Not that like I need the example set, but you know we got new people coming in left and right.
Yep.
And he sets an incredible example.
I am gonna go try to find. I want to see that picture of him in year one, 150
with the
pounds,
long hair.
I mean, did he eat him? I mean, wow.
Listen, so the picture of him, and I can't remember which Folkley daughter it was. They were both valedictorians at Gainesville in the early 2000s, but the younger Folkley was a star student, and Miller was her star teacher. And so there is a picture. If you go to the Google, if you tinkle your keyboard and go to the Google, and type in Larry Miller. Not that I've done that. You'll see a picture of him 3 years removed. Now, here's what's funny to me: the picture of him when he was star teacher, he's bald, wholly bald.
So it had to have happened pretty quickly there.
I wonder if there was like something that happened that he was just like, screw this,
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
Been there.
No, but he, again. A shining light for Gainesville High School, and man, what he does with these kids is remarkable, and they love him.
They do, absolutely.
I read that I read his band members described as little Larrys. Made me a little uncomfortable, but it's true. He is stern with his kids.
Yes.
But he's able to be stern because they know he has their best interest at heart. And so, he's incredible. What he does with our young people is incredible. And, for all of us red elephants out there, man, tell me, there is nothing like, the football teams pulling up to City Park, Bobby Grove Field at City Park on a Friday night. I mean, you can picture it, right? The band is lining the walkway coming into the stadium. We're getting ready to do the elephant walk, and that band strikes up every single time, no matter how. I hear it all the time.
Chills
every single time. And man, aren't we fortunate that's the case. And
I'll say this about the elephant walk, and people don't realize this. So, the band gets there, what is it, about like 5:15 for the elephant walk? Mm-hmm. And which means they're there 2 hours early before a game.
Yep.
Like they don't have to do that. Yep. And again, most schools would not do that. But Larry understands it's about bringing in the football team. That's a community event, and he wants his kids forefront for that. Yeah. And then they play the 10 minutes of the elephant walk, and they've got to sit around for an hour and a half. Point being is like that's a sacrifice. It really is. Mm-hmm. Is a commitment that he's got to all the programs.
Yeah, and if you're listening behind the gene, you've never seen the Big Red Machine perform at halftime. Maybe one of the highlights of every game, every season, is them sprinting on the field and sprinting off. Yes. Just in harmony, as it were.
Shows the command.
Just sprinting. I absolutely love it. Yeah. So listen, want to give a quick preview of what's coming up next week. Richard Corbett, conductor and architect of our cross-country program, is going to join us, as is Brad Prestridge. Again, his team opening up play this week. We'll talk to him about the season next week along with Coach Corbett. Should be a great show. But in the meantime, in between time, hope everybody has a great week. And listen, get out and see the Red Elephants play whenever you can. It's stomping season, folks. Get your GAC passes. Log on to Go Red Elephants. Get your GAC membership. Get your GAC passes. It gets you into every home game for free. And get out and watch those Red Elephants stomp. We'll be back next week. Thanks for listening. This is Behind the G.